We are here at Carmelita Gardens, a completely off-grid, self-sustaining riverfront community in the Cayo District. I'm bringing you along today to come with us to do a drive-through of the property. At nearly 100 acres, over 200 home sites, we want to give you a tour of everything that's going on here. We did do a tour about 4 or 5 months ago. However, new homes have been handed over. New construction has started. So we want to give you an update as to what is going on. As we record this, it is December 2024. It is a cool, refreshing 75-degree day today. And do note, though, that as we mentioned availability and properties that are up for ownership, things may change if you listen to this a little bit down the line. So best thing is to always contact us, info@lunarealtybelize.com, info@lunarealtybelize.com for the latest availability and pricing. But with that, let's get going. All right, everyone, we are going to buckle up for safety and get going into Carmelita Gardens. All right, so we are entering here. As you're driving along the road, it's the Santa Familia road, you are going to see two signs that say Carmelita Gardens. That's how you know you've come to the right place. Upon entering, we are going to maintain a slower speed. Oh, there's a truck behind me. There's a lot of construction that's happening. I'm going to let the truck go around me. Otherwise, we may slow their project and I'll let them go. Yeah, it's a neat thing to see as there is a lot of construction happening here at Carmelita Gardens. All right, so we do have to maintain a speed limit. That is fun. I love how they did that speed limit sign with the pineapple. All right, so as we enter Carmelita Gardens, we're gonna go straight in, and right in front of us, there is a triangular shaped property. This area is considered civic land. Civic land is something that is going to be built that benefits the community. And this is the area where the developer is planning the pool. So we're really excited about that. 2025 is when those plans will really get started, but that's a big advantage for the community members here so that you don't necessarily have to have your own pool. Now, note we do parallel and ride along the Belize River here. And so, of course, members of the community will hop in the river when the river's calm, and it is crystal clear certain times of the year, but they'll hop on their inner tubes and go down the river. Some also have paddle boards or kayaks or canoes that they'll take into the Belize River as well. So we're going to continue in, and then we are going to be making a right. This is probably one of my favorite streets here at Carmelita Gardens. The homes that you'll see here are so cute and charming, and they're also colorful, but we're coming onto Cottage Row. And so Cottage Row is a series of tiny homes. And as you can see, as we drive past, they're really beautiful. Some of the homeowners decided to have larger outdoor spaces and they have screened-in porches. Others decided to have just a little bit more interior space. But when you decide to own here within Cottage Row, these are lot sizes here about at 1/8 of an acre, and you are going to build a home that's a little bit smaller. So these range anywhere from about 400 square feet to about 800 square feet, just depending on interior and exterior usage. So a lot of the homeowners that are here in this Cottage Row area, they do live here full time, or they may come and go as they please. Right now at Carmelita Gardens, we do not have any rentals. This could change. This is all dependent on homeowners. And if the homeowners want to rent out their home, then they are able to do so. So make sure no cars are coming. We're going to continue down this way. But again, that could change just depending on when you are listening to this. I know there are a few homeowners who have talked about rentals. There's a really strong demand here for long terms, for homeowners that are moving here to Carmelita Gardens who are waiting for their homes to get completed, but they haven't yet been completed yet. So typically the average time for a new home is about 8 to 12 months, depending on what you are doing. And if they want to be here during the construction, then a long-term rental could do quite well. So we're driving down towards the peninsula. So we've come out and we're going to be driving down towards the peninsula. There's a beautiful home here. This is one of the first homes here at Carmelita Gardens. It is a custom home, blue home. It's quite large. It is about 4,000 or 5,000 square feet. It has a pool in the backyard, a casita, a chef's kitchen. It is a beautiful home. And as you'll see when we're driving around, there is a variety of home types. There are 3 models that Carmelita offers. However, you don't need to necessarily choose from that model. There are a lot of homeowners who will look at the floor plans and do some customizations to it. They want this, they don't want this. Or some who just say, you know what, this floor plan is perfect as is, let's get that built. So riding along the river over here, you will see some larger homes. These typically are 2 and 3 bedrooms. But again, it just depends on what you want to do. You don't necessarily have to build a specific model on a specific lot. Now, some homes will fit better than others on that lot, but you can build one of those casitas or cottages on a riverfront lot should you decide that you want to do that. Right over here, we're going to be turning into the peninsula, and on the right-hand side, there is a beautiful, what they call tree of life, and it's a very ceremonial tree in the Mayan culture. A beautiful spot over there. I see dragon fruit hanging down from the tree. So because where we're located in Carmelita Gardens within the Cayo District, this area is very well known for its fertile soil. So if you're somebody who has been thinking about gardening or you want to do a little bit of farming, this is an area that you'll tend to find a lot of that being done. Here at Carmelita Gardens, you are also able to acquire the lot next to you if it's available and do your own garden. That's what these owners, Dan and Erba, have done. They picked up a couple of adjoining lots and they decided to plant their own fruit trees and have their own garden there. So you have plantains, papayas, pretty much any tropical fruit will grow well in this area because of the soil. And as we come around here, you're going to see different styles of home. So you are going to see an Italian villa style. In addition to that, there's Casa Tortuga. Casa Tortuga is currently available for purchase. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, going for $252. It's on about 1/3 acre on the river. And this one is more of like the quintessential riverfront home. You know, if you think about going on a river fishing trip with your friends or whatnot, and you stay at this cottage, a little cabin, that's essentially how it feels, at least to me when I'm inside of it. It's really a really cute cabin. So that one is currently available, and we'll put all of the listing links in the description below if you would like to learn more about the homes. But again, do note that just depending on the time that you're listening to this, it may or may not be available, but we'll make sure that that's noted in the description below as well. So we're just coming out here of the peninsula, and we're going to take a right. Well, over to my left-hand side, there's a green and white house, and that's where Dave lives. Dave does a lot of the landscaping here. He's the one who planted a lot of the initial trees when Carmelita first started. They really started to blossom and take form, which is neat to see. But if you want any landscaping done, Dave is usually the guy that's there. You'll see him out in the areas and the farms and orchards over here weeding and doing all of that. So to my right, there's a yellow house. That one just got handed over to the owners. So that is really exciting. You know, I think that's one of the most exciting things of working with a developer and seeing the progress, seeing new owners come into the community and really want to build their home. And then there is an in-house company, an in-house team that'll take care of the design process for you. Louise is the architect. She'll sit down with you and she will listen to what it is that you want. You can go through those floor plans if you want and then customize them. To my left-hand side, this is Scout Park over here. Scout Park is where they have a pickleball court, a basketball court, horseshoes, and it's where you'll find community members coming together. On the right-hand side, there is another house for sale. This one is just coming onto the market. It's mostly finished. There are some things that the new owner can decide that they want to do. That one is just coming on the market. We don't have the price for it yet, but we'll certainly put that in the description below once we do. And this is another riverfront property, a beautiful home on the river. So as we're driving down over here, what you're going to see is more lots, right? There's more space available. There are over 200 lots. There's about 222 lots here in the community. And at this time, only 25% of them are left available for ownership. So here, what's nice in Carmelita Gardens is there's no build timeline requirement. So you can build when the time is right for you. Now, we understand people's circumstances change. Maybe you have the best of intentions to start building next year, but life pushes that a little bit. In 5 years you want to build, that's absolutely fine as well. But do note that you do have that flexibility. And then again, you do have that flexibility in what you build. Now, there is an on-site CC&R team, so they will make sure that you're building something that fits in with the community. They don't want a pink lighthouse in the middle. I guess you can still paint your house pink if you want, but they don't necessarily want a pink lighthouse in the middle of the community. No lighthouses where it's going. That pink is an absolutely fine color. but we will find the lots here, some that are available for ownership, others that aren't. But what we'll do is put the link to the availability map, or maybe best to email us so that you're getting the most current one. Email us, info@lunarealtybelize.com, if you would like a copy of what is available. And the lots here within Carmelita Gardens start at $39,000. We saw in Cottage Row, those lots over there starting at $39,000, and then it goes up from there just depending on the size and location. It goes up to about $89,000 for lots that are here on the riverfront, which are about half an acre in size. So one of the homes that just got completed over here is Kelly's home. It's the white home that we see over here. I don't know the name of it. A lot of people name their homes here. I don't know the name of it, so we'll have to get that name. But we'll get that confirmed. And they did just recently do a walkthrough video of her home, and we'll put that again in the description below so you can see some of the interior. But this is a custom home. Kelly worked directly with the architect to get the design nailed down. And then she actually lived here on site too while the home was getting constructed. So we just had a golden ribbon celebration yesterday. It was the delivery of a new home to the homeowner, and the homeowner's name is Art. He actually owns a cottage here on site already and decided that he wanted something a little bit bigger. So he worked with Luis to, again, put that plan together and really build the home that he envisioned. And he's an engineer by trade. So being that he's an engineer, he was here on site during the process. He was scoping out the construction work regularly, making sure everything looked good. So we did just have that celebration yesterday. There are a few things that he did with his home that are, I think, just fantastic ideas. One of them is he put a cupola on the top. And with the cupola, it has hot air. We know hot air rises. So the cupola will have the hot air come to the top, and then it will exit. So he did a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. And then the other thing that I really like he did is he did 2 big screened-in porches. So here in Belize, we do tend to live outdoors. It's a tropical environment here. And what we tend to see is that it's nice outdoors, especially in times like this, months like this, 75 degrees here. Yeah, 75 degrees. It's a comfortable temperature. And we love to hear the birds and everything. So coming up on our right-hand side, there is another new build that is just starting. And actually right down the road over there, right by Art's house, there's another new build that's happening, and I believe is Terry's home. This is lot number 48, and this is available for ownership. And now let's go down this way. We're gonna come through over here. So right on the corner over here, this is lot number 43. This is probably one of my favorite lots here within the community. It backs right up to the Maya Mounds, and it's a corner lot, so you only have one other lot on the other side of you. This one's available for ownership, $46,000. It's a resale, but probably one of my favorites here. It's just a little bit more private. And as you can see, the landscape around us has changed quite a bit. So even though it's 100 acres is a big space, right? But within the 100 acres, there's different landscape throughout. And coming up again, these lots within this green space over here going for $39,000. The developer is also willing to finance for the green lots, the garden lots. He'll finance up to 80%, which is incredible, up to 8 years and 8% interest. And then for the riverfront lots, he's willing to finance 50% down, 5-year term, 8% interest. So another new build that's going up just next to us over here on the right-hand side. But what's neat too is that, you know, we've mentioned this, but you have the ability to really build what you want to build. And we're gonna go down straight over here. And I wanna point out a couple of other homes that are just beautiful. Yeah, it's nice to see a large variety, and just depending on what you wanna do, you're able to accomplish that. So we're gonna be coming up into another resale. There really aren't many homes available for ownership, like finished homes here. A lot of the homeowners decided that they wanted to either spend time here, come and go as snowbirds, or live here full time. But there are about 4 or 5 homes that are available at this time if you are looking for something that's already completed. This one coming up on our right is a 1-bedroom, 1 bath. It just reduced in price to $199. I know that the sellers are ready to get back up to Canada due to some family health things. So they want to get up there and do what they need to do. All right, so one of my favorite homes here on site is Santa Familia. and that one is available for ownership. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a loft. They did a nice screened-in porch, which I think would just be perfect for having your coffee with breakfast. And then their back porch actually looks out to 3 huge mango trees. I'm gonna go this way right here to 3 mango trees. And we can see now it's papaya season too. Their papayas are growing. But something that the developer did, and that is illustrated well from the back here of Casa Tamalita, is there's a lot of green space. So you're not necessarily all on top of each other. A lot of times when developers are developing their properties, what they tend to do is just overcrowd, right? Because they want to get the best, the most money that they can out of the project. This developer is not like that, though. He was really trying to build and is building a sustainable community where you can live off the land, and where if people wanted to garden and farm, they could do that. And he has dedicated gardens that have already started all throughout the property. But with Casa Tamalita, the one that we just saw, when you look out, you have a big stretch of green space. So we're going to be making a right-hand side here. Right in front of us is access to the riverfront park. It's access to the riverfront park over there. So if you don't necessarily have a riverfront property, you're still able to access. And there are actually various access points throughout the property over here. Now we're coming up to lot 203, right over here. Yep, lot 203. This property is available. This is a resale. And what's nice about this, it's on higher ground over here. So if you're just looking to build a riverfront home and not really think about flooding, this is a great spot for you. Casa Carmelita, beautiful. Yeah, I love it. So this all backs up to the Belize River over here. Here's a new build at Carmelita on lot 208. Bruce's home. Very nice. It's nice to see here all of the different places or the different stages that the construction is at. So I talked to you a couple times about construction and being able to build, what you desire, but also with the in-house team, they have various construction methodologies that they have tons of experience in based on what you want. One of the most popular is like a Coven Tech construction. And with the Coven Tech construction, that's like the brand, right? So it's like Kleenex is to tissue, Coven Tech is to the methodology. But what they do is they use insulated styrofoam and then blast it with concrete. And that is a very, very durable and stable way of constructing. So I would recommend that people do look at that if they are looking for a durable home, because it withstands the elements, and especially being in the completely off-grid community where you have solar and you have a water cistern, you do want to make sure that you are living as efficiently as possible. So we're making a quick detour over here to Joyce's house. Joyce is doing a 1-bedroom, 1.5 bath with a loft. It's a huge loft upstairs, so it can technically be a 2nd bedroom, but it is the cutest home. She has a beautiful screened-in porch. She also has a back terrace that from the loft that you're able to go out, and it's like a Rapunzel, like a Rapunzel terrace. And then she also just put in a palapa. I'm actually going to back up here, but she did just put in a palapa as well for her to be able to enjoy the outdoor space. It's quite a large lot. And now they're also working on her driveway. So we can see that they put the cement outline in there, and then they'll be filling it in with gravel. But she has a dedicated parking spot. And you can see from the rendering in front of her house that it is very, very similar to how it's actually looking. So it's nice. Woo, we're going a little far back. It's nice when the rendering looks like the final product. All right, here we go. I just wanted to take this detour because I love how Joyce's house is looking. And then we'll be able to pass her palapa again. She was excited about the palapa. When we were out here a few weeks ago, they were just putting the thatch in. And it's interesting with thatch because you need to be harvesting the thatch at a very specific time of the year, and it needs to be a full moon. I know that for sure. And if you're not harvesting it during the full moon, then the thatch will tend to rot. Let this person go. Oh, it's Joyce. We're checking out your home, Joyce. We're checking out your home. It looks good. We didn't go in yet. We're going to go in after this one. Yeah, we're gonna go in a little bit, but it looks great from the exterior.
Yeah, yeah, you can inside they got all the cabinets.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll go back in a bit.
Okay.
See you later. All right. There's one more house that I wanted to point out. This one just screams Southern charm. It is like the Tiffany blue shutters, the Tiffany blue doors, and the name of the house is Casablanca. And this house is available for ownership. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, large loft that has electricity up there, so it'd be great for an office space. Beautiful front porch. The back porch is huge as well. Plenty of space out there for a lounge, sofa, and grilling area. But right over here to our right is Casablanca, going for $355. And all of the tile, the Spanish looking tile is local clay tile that she got done from a local vendor here. It is really, really nice. So we just have one more stretch that I'm going to take us down. I know we're going a little zigzaggy around, but there's so many houses here to see. There are so many different areas. So to make sure that there's no coming. It's a beautiful houses, beautiful area, so I want to make sure you're all able to see it, especially for those of you who aren't able to come down in person. This is a great way for you to really drive it with us. You know, there's no enhancing or anything along those lines of the pictures or the videos. What you see is what you're getting. And another home coming up here. So I think we've gone down most roads, one more road, and then I think we've done most of them. Maybe there was one more we didn't do, but I think that this gives everyone a really good feel. This is the last road we'll go down for now. A good feel of what the property looks like. I do recommend that you reach out if you would like any more information. And as you're looking at the site map, if you're not too sure what it looks like or where we are as we're driving, just feel free to reach out to us and we can point, you know, we're at minute 1.5 or a minute, you know, to minute 5 or whatever it is to let you know where we're at as we're driving through here. I think that'll be helpful as well. Oh, that's another beautiful home, Carl and Joy, that just is beautiful. All right, so we are pretty much here back to the beginning. I'm gonna mosey on out, and folks, it was so good to have you on with us, and we're gonna go join Carmelita Gardens for their staff Christmas party. Bye everyone.